All right. I'm gonna call this meeting to order. The Township of Blackburn Matheson acknowledges the Atchitipi and Assinipiq Nation traditional territory. We live, play, and work here together, and together we shall build a strong and inclusive community. A reminder to all in attendance that council meetings are recorded and made available to the public on the township website for review. This time I need a motion for confirmation of the agenda. Okay,
Can I read the motion, Mr. Chair?
please.
It was moved by Councillor Druer, seconded by Councillor Diamond, that the agenda for the Court of Revisions meeting of April 25th, 2023 be approved as printed.
All in favor? Carried. And disclosure of any pecuniary interest, general nature thereof. Seeing none, we'll move on. Delegations. None, and so we'll move to the new business. And so we are at the A Court of Revisions Chair. Acknowledgement, welcome to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So for the record and for those listening in and present, at a past council meeting, Councillor Neal was appointed as the chair for the Court of Revisions. So I am making this announcement so it can be stated in the minutes as a record. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Neil Morris to bring us up to date on the venue rates report.
Thank you, Chair. So the purpose of this meeting is to allow landowners to appeal or question any of the assessments, how they were determined on the Vimy Ridge report. We have completed the work with this in this case. This is more of a housekeeping measure. All the costs have been incurred. I have sent out with this meeting notice an updated assessment schedules, so the landowners know what their actual costs will be when we finalize our final paperwork here. In general, the assessments were determined using a modified Todgeman and Case method, which is landowners along the drain are assessed a benefit, and landowners that directly outlet to the drain are assessed a benefit. And everyone in the watershed is assessed an outlet, which is a factored area within the watershed. So if in this case, the roads or the railways had a higher factored area because there's more runoff from their property than the normal agricultural land. In total, we had this watershed, there was about 62 hectares of land, and the total cost of the project was $174,796, and of the largest assessment there ended up going to the railway because we did a special assessment, and they're assessed because there's an increased cost to the railway. The remainder of the cost is split out, as I stated earlier, to benefit the lands directly adjacent to the drain and directly upstream. The majority of the benefit goes to Mr. Martin at about $20,000, and Mr. Bauman, who the drain, there's a ditch that runs along his property. It's a little bit of a benefit there because it could flow into it. And that's $1,600, so almost an order of magnitude less. And then the remainder is to the roads and the railway because it provides them an outlet. The remainder of the costs were assessed as outlet based on the area that they have in the watershed. This meeting doesn't deal with technical matters. It deals primarily with assessments. After this meeting, if landowners still have concerns, there is the tribunal. I don't think it's going to happen in this case. And if there are no appeals, the municipality can give third reading to the bylaw in 10 days. If there are appeals, you will have to wait 40 days before we can give third reading to the bylaw. After the third reading is given, that is when the assessments, in this case, because the work has already been completed, could potentially be sent out. I think the municipality would still wait to get the final grant numbers because OMAFRA does cover a 1/3 grant for all the agricultural lands in the watershed, or sorry, not 1/3, 2/3 grant, which is quite a substantial amount, to the lands in agricultural lands in the watershed. And I know there was some discussions and with the landowners that these costs have increased over the original engineer's estimate. And I had explained to your clerk that while the municipality is to assess out the costs, other municipalities have given payment plans and worked with landowners to have them pay their assessment over a number of years and work with landowners as much as possible, not to make this a burden to their on different landowners in the watershed. And that will end my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So if you don't mind, Mr. Chair.
Yes, if you would, Madam.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to Mr. Morris. Hi, Neil, it's Cassandra. So we do have a gentleman here. I believe it's Mr. Martin. Do we give him the opportunity to appeal or to speak? I just want to know what the provisions are there.
Yes, so you can hear verbal appeals if he's appealing, but he may just want to talk and not necessarily appeal. That is up to the landowner at that point. So the question will be to the landowners: are they appealing their assessment, or do they have questions or concerns? So
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Martin?
I guess the question would be total dollars per landowner and when, what would be due. And for the one landowner in particular, the question would be, it could be drawn out over a number of years, I guess, for payment. And what the if there would be an interest cost or what consists of that.
I know that Neil had mentioned that would be something that could be an option. I'm going to just refer to Clerk Eckert for Madam Clerk, please answer that. Please.
Absolutely. So that would be a condition, that would be a report we would bring back to council, because council would have to pass a bylaw to permit the agreement. So what we can do is, following this meeting, we can have a conversation as to exactly what you're looking for in regards to terms of a payment plan. We could propose this to council. This council would have the final say and then adopt that plan by bylaw. So we also have then, if you will, a plan moving forward and what both parties are responsible for. So I can't agree to anything tonight, nor can the Court of Revisions, but definitely something we can bring to council.
Sure. Very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Any other further issues that need to be addressed at this time then? Okay, so we're going to make the notice of motion. Coming from here, just for the one reports.
No, actually, Mr. Chair, from this point on, it's actually a motion to end the meeting.
Okay. I'm going to call for motion to adjourn the meeting. Okay. Dr. Brewer. Second by Dave. Simon.
Yes.
And all in favor? Harry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neil.
Thanks, Neil, for your time.
no problem. I hope this sort of helps the landowners out a little bit, and yes, that it'll go through council and that's sort of the appropriate way. Okay, thanks so much and have a good night.
Thank you.
Two.